Hello everyone and welcome back to another Big Ambitions video. We're in this series where we're planning to make New York healthy again, one gym at a time. And thank you as always for joining me in today's video. So just a small recap, last time we started our first business, we just completely bypassed and disregarded the tips that our uncle carefully and meticulously curated for us, such as getting the house and, decorating it with a fridge and whatnot. That is just nonsense. We can survive by sleeping on the bench, by cutting some corners and making sure that all the money, that the capital that we had, was used towards a business. And that's exactly what we did. Our first gym is just doing amazingly. Of course, we could improve our customer service, and this is coming from the skills that our gym trainers have, and they're both pretty low on that. So we've got Deborah here with, I think, there we go, 30%, and then Maria with 29%. So they're quite low on the training aspect of things, so that will kind of plummet our customer service metric. But the rest of the things are going pretty well, especially the price, which we have increased since we opened the gym, and nobody seems to be complaining about it. So, this is exactly the thing that I like to do the most, and it's exactly what everyone else is doing in real life. You just push the price until you see a decline. When you see the decline, it's kind of, you can make an educated guess that the Goldilocks zone is in between whatever was before and whatever you have it now. So it was $24.99, now I pushed it to $27.99. If I see a drop here that is quite significant, I'm gonna consider, increasing it by $1 and see if that makes a change. So yeah. But anyway, enough of that talk. Bottom line is our business is going quite strong. So we are making on average 3.2k and we have 3 employees, which is pretty good. But the gym itself, nowhere nearly done. So our capacity at the moment is 24. We could go for 30. And as you can see, it's looking pretty bad. I mean, I've done nothing to the walls and to the floors of this building. It looks exactly the same as it was when I bought it. And it is a cause for concern for some of these guys. They say that, the gym is looking a bit ugly. But other than that, I just want to equip it to the best of my ability. And naturally, we're looking for expansion. So right now, like I said, the gym that we have is going great. So we are making quite a bit of money. And I nearly forgot, we bought ourselves a car, the Honda Mimic. And this is amazing because it provides us with a place to sleep, which is pretty important. And we can just completely bypass the apartment for now. I don't really find having an apartment that necessary anyway. We are running out of food at the moment, so I'm gonna open Google Maps for just a quick second here and see if we have any sort of I'm not looking for fast food restaurants anymore. I just want some fruits and vegetables. There you go. Okay, so just further down the road. I'm not gonna drive over there for such a small distance. So this is it. Let's pick up a basket and stock up on a few things here. So we can go with pears and we can go with bananas. That's pretty much it. Let's place the order. Wonderful. Just nice fresh products. And the beautiful part of having a car is that we can just store them in the back, so we always have them ready. All right, so the way I see things, we've got two options. Either we sleep for a few nights and we just make a little bit more money and we expand into a new zone, or we just put our entire efforts into this one. We make sure we put as many machines as we can so we hit that 30 customers per hour mark and we take it from there. I'm kind of in between these two options, so I think the best way to kind of get an answer to my question is just to look at what retail buildings we have available at this stage. Don't forget, we also need to pay back the loan in the bank, and I haven't checked that in a while. Well, since I got it, to be honest, I have no idea how much money we are left to pay, but I would imagine is not that much or isn't hindering us that much. So let's have a look here. We've got quite a few new buildings, which in my previous playthroughs I've never come across this one. This one is owned by Joe Wanamaker. I don't know who exactly is this person. Maybe it's one of the rivals, but it is 1,000 square meters and it's looking nice. works, but it's quite bad. If we're looking at the total traffic index is just 10, and when you have a building of this size, you need more traffic index. It doesn't matter that the capacity for customers per hour is 75. At the end of the day, you're not really in a good position compared to this one. For example, this is 285 square meters and the traffic index is 40. So this, I can guarantee you, will have a better time, better profit than this one. But we're not about analyzing in depth all of these different things. We're just looking to expand in a region that could be slightly better. So let's look at Midtown. We've got a tiny one at 75 here, and then we've got a large one at 1,000 and another medium one at 225. And I think, again, Joanna Maker, and I think this one would be our next goal. So the total initial payment just to get this building is 8,000, and then the daily rent is 251. If we were to sleep for couple more nights, I think we'll have enough money to cover the cost for the rent, and then we can look into getting some furniture, not furniture, but gym equipment. That's what I wanted to say. And the beautiful part is it's on this main road, so it's not that far away from our current location, and it will give us the first steps into Midtown. So I think that's the plan that we're gonna follow for now. But let's do exactly what I just said and go to bed for another 24 hours. Let's check out the profits. And another 5,000. I think that's the highest and best day we've had so far. Okay, I'm not gonna waste any more time. I'm just gonna pull the trigger right now because as you maybe you know, maybe you don't, but if you are deciding to play this game in the near future, just be aware that buildings are shifting. Okay, so businesses come and go like in real life. So some of them might go bankrupt, some of them might cease to exist because they just want to become something else. Buildings physically might be bought out by somebody. So for example, I, as an entrepreneur in this fictional New York, if I have enough capital, I can go to, say, for example, this shop here, appliances. Well, actually not this one, because this is like one of the main shops in the game, but the one we just visited, the fruits and vegetable store, I can literally send an offer for the building and take the business over. Either the building, but the building is not for sale currently, but I can literally take the business over if I had $842,000. So this can happen and will happen naturally throughout the game. So if you're hesitant on a particular building and you're just not fast enough, you might just lose it. And I'm not willing to do that, so we're just gonna rent this one. We're gonna start a new business, and you betcha is gonna be another gym, because like I said, the promise that I made for this series is that we're making New York healthy again. Muscle Lab is the name of the gym that we've got, and I think this needs to be the brand. And of course, we cannot use Muscle Lab because the business name is already taken for Hell's Kitchen. So in a natural order, I'm gonna just say Muscle Lab MT, which is standing for Midtown. Let's start the business. In the settings here, we need to apply the same logo so people are aware that they're coming to the same place. So we keep everything consistent. That's one of the most important things that you can do. Let's save the logo changes. And right now we're left with $1,700, which is nowhere near enough to do anything. So first of all, let's eat something, because the last thing I want to do is get into that stage where, you know, you get into a sad period if you don't eat, and then you cannot access buildings anymore. It's a whole thing, and I don't want to experience any of that. So we're just gonna eat and go back to sleep and do this for a couple of days until we have enough capital to purchase a few more equipment and get the Midtown gym open, because once I open that one, I think we're gonna be in a much better position in terms of money. All right, so a couple of days have passed, and I noticed a downwards trend in terms of profit, and I just wanted to have a look at my metrics here for the first Muscle Labs gym, the only gym that we have, because I thought that the pricing might be the issue here, but it's not. It actually turns out everyone still loves coming to the gym and paying the additional money. So naturally, we're just gonna go to $29.99 and see if that makes a difference, and we're just gonna sleep for a bit more because we're up to 10K, and I'd like to get the necessary requirements from the start and get the gym open, like I said. All right, a couple more days have passed and we're up to $19.8 thousand. We get to call essential appliances, not at this time, but just a bit later. There we go. Now we should be good. And we get to place our order, which I'm very excited about because you see the empire expands quickly. All right, so we're gonna get another classic medium speaker. We're gonna get a cleaning station. We need that workout bench. We also need a public shower, a gym locker, and all these kettlebells. You already know the drill. And that puts us at 10.9k. And I think we have enough money to go a bit further. So if you go for the 3 public showers, that's 17k. And can we push it a bit more? Not really. So let's do exactly that. Place the order and we go back to bed. Quite easy being an entrepreneur, right? I wish I could do that in real life. Just go to bed and make money. This guy is living the dream. So we are starting to make a bit more money. We're at up to 5.6k per day, which is great because we've pushed the prices. Now we're up to $29.99. And you know what? I'm gonna be as bold as saying $39.99. Remember, we have no competitor in this area in Hell's Kitchen. So technically speaking, because we are the only gym, we could, again, technically put whatever price we want. But I also want to be fair to the public. In the gym that I'm going right now, I think I pay a little over 40. So it wouldn't be further from the truth at $39.99. So we're back up to 8.2k, which means if we go to bed 1 or 2 more times, we might be able to just get everything ready for that gym, and that's exactly what I'm planning to do. And it looks like we've hit a sensitive area because pushing the price to $39.99 made half of the people very upset. So you can see the pricing drop down to 50% and it's just not worth it. So let's do $34.99 and see if that makes a difference. Hopefully it's gonna be for the better because, you know, money is nice, but we also need clients. Let's have a look right now. Oh, that's tough. Negative 680. So it looks like the pricing is down to 1%. So I think that $29.99 would be the threshold that people are willing to pay. And anything above that is just considered too much and they would just completely stop coming. Yeah, back to 2.5k. And if we look at the pricing, yeah, 59%. So it's all coming back. And now we're also up to 12.4k. It's a Saturday and they don't do deliveries. So we might as well just sleep until Monday. All right, it's Monday again. We're up to 21.1k. And as you know, I would just like to make sure that we have all the appliances necessary for the gym. So let's drive over to our second location because we already received the first delivery and I want to get it open as soon as possible. And here we are. The parking is more expensive on this side of the town. It's $15 per hour, I think. And unfortunately, we got this model of interior design, and it's not really that good because it doesn't give us much space to put in the showers here, considering that this is the delivery spot. But anyway, we will make do with what we got. So let's put the speaker here and as always, turn this volume all the way down because I want to be able to hear myself talk, right? And for the cleaning station, we could put this on the floor right now. We got a workout bench, put it right here. Public shower, these are going to be tricky because ideally I want to put them here and give them some privacy, but I also have to consider what am I doing with the lockers. So I think I'm pretty much forced to, okay, somehow this works even though it clips through the door. I think I'm forced for the gym lockers to put them here on the actual ground. And this does look like a place where lockers would naturally sit, right? It doesn't look that out of touch. Okay, now for the kettlebells, these can be most likely, let's see, here. Let's put them here. What is this? This is the 10 kg. So should have been here. 15, 10. Oh, I did not mean to do that. And we got 1, 2, 25, and also the 5 kg one. And that's pretty much it. Now, is this enough to open the gym? It is. Actually, we need the fitness planning board, which we forgot, but we do have a lot of money in the bank. So I think with all this money, we can immediately just get the extra 2 gym lockers. Oh, not security guard lockers, but gym lockers instead. Where are they? There we go. Let's get the boxing bag because I am a huge fan of that. I'm not gonna get this decorative items yet. Fitness planning board, I'm planning to do that in a second. Oh, gym mats, this is something I really want to have. So if I go 5, that should be a good amount. A barbell for sure, pull-up bar, squat station, treadmills. These are pretty popular. So I'm just gonna get the one because we're fast approaching the limit of our budget. And maybe wall-mounted barbells. This looks pretty interesting. So let's place the order, and we're just gonna wait in the car for a few hours because I think they're gonna deliver it quite fast. And there we have it. We already got the shipment, which is what I love about this new update. Don't really need to wait that much, and it's already waiting for you inside, which is perfect. So let's place the gym lockers here. I think facing them this way on this wall and just taking over the wall itself is the best way to move forward. I'm gonna have to do some creative spacing here because they don't really take up the whole space. There we go. So boxing bag, as per usual, this takes a little bit of space. Maybe we can put this here, or actually, because we have the treadmills and they will come on here, maybe you can put this in the middle, kind of like here. For now, at least, we can always get a new placement for them. The fit ball, this can probably sit next to the kettlebells. I think that's an appropriate location. The fitness planner can be right here on this side. We've got 5 gym mats, which is what I said I wanted to get for my other gym. So I'm just gonna place them here. Can we place kettlebells on the gym mats? No. But that's fine, because at least we got the mats anyway, right? Fortunately, I did not calculate this correctly, and we're one short, but that's fine, because we can always go back to the store and order more things. Now, this barbell can be placed here. I know it's not ideal because there is the bathroom door right there. But actually, come to think about it, I can put it like that in front of the fitness planner board. We've got a pull-up bar, and this can sit pretty much anywhere. Maybe we can do this one here, but not that high up. I think that's... Oh, is it too high? Okay, like that. Well, that's an interesting addition. At least the game tells us if we're doing something, you know, that is not really correct. As the squat rack, the wall-mounted barbells, I think... oh, can I not rotate this item? Interesting. Okay, just need to approach the wall and they will come to it. I think we can either put this here, or we can do it like this on this side here. Just next to the fitness bouncy ball and the rest of the things. And then we got, finally, the treadmill. And like I said, traditionally, you can look outside the window. It's quite nice. And this means that we can finally open up the gym. Let's make it 24/7, including Sunday. Absolutely. Current security is 100%. I'm not quite sure how that works because it used to be... Yeah, both of them are 100%. Very interesting. It used to be, you know, a bit different. You needed to have cameras and stuff. But I guess there's nothing to steal from here. I mean, who's gonna take this whole workout bench? No one. That would be a bit crazy. Let's turn up the music a little bit. All right. Yes, I know there's no gym trainers, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do next. So it's 7 o'clock. I'm not quite sure if they work at this time. No, they finish work at 5. So we're gonna sleep, and tomorrow we're gonna speak with Anderson Recruiting and get a cleaner, get a gym trainer, well, actually 2 of them, and assign them for this one. Now let's go to bed because I'm quite excited to see just how much money we can make from this one. And before we do that, this is at 20. I think we can pull $39.99 because this is Midtown, right? Is the place that has the money. Let's say 5.8k. Let's say if people were okay with the pricing. So the pricing is only at 26%. Maybe I was a bit too ambitious. A bit of a pun for the game name. So let's do $29.99 for this one. We take it slow and maybe we'll reach the same level as the other gym. So let's place a call at Anderson Recruiting for Muscle Lab MT. We need a gym trainer, 2 of them please. Days to deliver, just the 1 day. Maybe we do 3 because it's Midtown. I'm assuming it's gonna be a bit more busy. Yeah, let's do 3. And then we can also start a new campaign for our cleaner. So just 1 cleaner, 1 day, that's all. Thank you very much. Let's have a look inside. How is our... oh, there you go. The mats are actually working. Hello, Mr. Huang. I was expecting him to call me sooner rather than later, and he provided exactly that. So he already introduced himself. He's the rival of Midtown, and if I'm not mistaken, he's one of the... yeah, he's number 1 in the leaderboard at 2.7 million per week. That's how much money he generates. Yeah, we're looking at 5,000 for us. He's making 2.7 million. That's fine, because we're young, We've got all the power that we can possibly need. And if I'm looking at what he's using here, he doesn't have any gyms. He's got florists, fruits and vegetable stores. Actually, which one is the strongest one? Interesting. Is the fruits and vegetable store. He's making $500,000 just off of that. And then bookstores are also quite big. Well, we're gonna do nothing about that because I'm not interested. Andrew Silva, do you have any gyms? He doesn't have gyms either. So at least we're not competing at the same products. So I think this brings today's episode to an end. So thank you so much for joining me. And if you did enjoy today's episode, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Share your ideas with me. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.